In New York City, a shocking murder left the nation in disbelief. On December 4, 2024, Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was shot and killed outside a Manhattan hotel early in the morning. The attack wasn't random, but a well-planned assassination, happening just hours before a major healthcare conference. Thompson, known for bringing change to the healthcare industry, had become a prominent figure. His death sparked a wave of questions, and immediately, the New York Police Department launched an investigation full of twists and turns. The murder of Brian Thompson is not just a crime, but a reflection of a society grappling with unresolved frustrations and tensions. His leadership in healthcare reform made him a controversial figure, praised by some and criticized by others. With his assassination, questions about the motives and methods of his killer took center stage, captivating the nation and setting the stage for one of the most intense investigations in recent memory. But what exactly happened on that fateful day? The crime happened early in the morning when the streets of Manhattan were just waking up. At 6:45 a.m., Brian Thompson stepped out of his hotel, ready to attend the healthcare conference nearby. As he walked toward the Hilton Hotel, an unknown man approached him from behind and fired 3 shots. The attack was quick and deadly, leaving Thompson lifeless on the sidewalk. Witnesses described hearing gunshots and seeing the shooter calmly flee the scene.
I hear 3 shots. I was parking down there in the car. I hear 3 shots. Yeah, and then when I looked, there's a man down. Yeah. And then the guy crossed and then he ran. He's a white male, all in black, with a backpack. He crossed this way.
The killer's escape was as calculated as the murder itself. He rode away on a bicycle, blending into the busy streets of Manhattan. Surveillance cameras caught him arriving near the hotel just 5 minutes before the attack and leaving immediately afterward. This level of planning showed the killer's familiarity with the area and his intent to avoid capture. Despite the chaos, the streets provided few leads, leaving investigators scrambling for answers. What clues did the investigators uncover to identify this elusive perpetrator? Police began piecing together evidence. They found videos showing the suspect both masked and unmasked. In one clip, he was seen without a mask entering a taxi before switching to his bicycle. These videos helped investigators trace his movements, which became key to identifying him. Every detail, from the way he held his bicycle to his choice of clothing, was scrutinized as investigators worked tirelessly to build a profile of the killer. A major breakthrough came days later in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Police received a call from an employee at a McDonald's who reported seeing a suspicious individual acting nervously. When officers arrived, they found a man matching the suspect's description. The suspect, later identified as Luigi Mangione, appeared agitated and presented a fake ID when questioned. His behavior immediately raised red flags. But who exactly was Luigi Mangione, and what could have driven him to commit such a heinous act? Luigi Mangione is a 26-year-old young man whose life seems perfect on the surface. Born into a wealthy Maryland family, he enjoyed privilege and opportunities that many could only dream of. His grandfather was a successful real estate developer, and the family owned multiple country clubs. Mangione excelled academically and athletically, graduating as valedictorian from an elite high school. He later studied engineering and artificial intelligence at an Ivy League university, showcasing his intellect and ambition. But behind this success, Mangione struggled with deep personal issues. Chronic back pain and a failed spinal surgery left him in constant discomfort. These health problems not only affected his body but also weighed heavily on his mind. Over time, his frustration with the healthcare system grew into a burning resentment. Friends and family described him as becoming increasingly withdrawn, consumed by his grievances. Psychological evaluations described him as obsessive and perfectionist, traits that likely influenced the detailed planning of his crime. Could his personal struggles and growing resentment explain the brutal actions he took? Upon searching Mangione, police found several alarming items: a ghost gun, a silencer, a Glock magazine, fake IDs, and a notebook containing troubling notes. Forensic tests later showed that the gun matched shell casings from the crime scene, solidifying the case against him. This evidence painted a picture of a crime meticulously planned and executed. Investigators also discovered that Mangione had booked a room at a motel near the McDonald's under another fake identity, further indicating his intent to evade capture. Recent updates have added more evidence linking Mangione to the murder. Fingerprints found at the crime scene were matched to Mangione's booking prints taken after his arrest. This was the first physical proof tying him directly to the location. Such evidence added weight to the already mounting case against him. Investigators also uncovered a notebook full of Mangione's thoughts and plans. In one entry, he wrote about targeting a CEO at his own bean counting conference, an obvious reference to the event Thompson was attending. The notebook also contained disturbing rationalizations for his actions, including his preference for using a gun over a bomb to minimize collateral damage. These chilling insights into Mangione's mind underscored the depth of his planning and his conviction in carrying out the attack. What does this evidence tell us about Mangione's state of mind and his ultimate motivations? Posters with Brian Thompson's face crossed out in red, along with similar posters featuring other corporate executives, were also found. This evidence showed that Mangione's anger wasn't solely directed at Thompson, but at corporate leaders in general. These discoveries revealed the depth of his resentment and his chilling determination to act on it. The recovered evidence painted a detailed and disturbing picture of a man driven by anger and ideology. Mangione's manifesto is a disturbing glimpse into his thoughts. The 3-page document blames the healthcare system for his suffering and accuses it of prioritizing profits over patients. He used words like parasitic to describe the industry, showing his deep anger and sense of betrayal. The manifesto wasn't just a rant, it was a calculated attempt to justify his actions. Mangione compared himself to figures like Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, but distanced himself by arguing that a shooting was more targeted and avoided innocent casualties. This reasoning highlights his delusion that his actions were morally defensible. The document also revealed his detailed planning, including the timeline and methods he considered for the attack. Could understanding his manifesto provide clues to prevent future tragedies? Psychologists believe the manifesto reflects Mangione's need for attention and recognition. He wasn't just angry at the system, he wanted the world to know about it. The manifesto serves as a warning about how unresolved anger and personal struggles can spiral into dangerous and extreme behavior. It also underscores the importance of identifying and addressing warning signs before such tragedies occur. Brian Thompson's murder is more than just a tragic event. It reflects deeper problems in society. Mangione's actions, while extreme, resonate with the frustrations of many who feel let down by the healthcare system. His crime has reignited conversations about the need for healthcare reform and corporate accountability. The case also raises important questions about mental health. Mangione's privileged background didn't shield him from emotional struggles, highlighting the universal need for mental health support. His story is a reminder that wealth and success do not guarantee happiness or stability. It also calls attention to the potential consequences of ignoring mental health issues, particularly when combined with access to dangerous tools and ideologies. How can society address these underlying issues to prevent similar incidents in the future? This case challenges society to address systemic issues before they lead to such extreme outcomes. It's a call to improve healthcare, provide better mental health resources, and recognize the warning signs of those in distress. The intersection of personal struggles and societal issues in this case offers important lessons for preventing future tragedies. As the investigation into Brian Thompson's murder continues, new details emerge, shedding light on both the crime and the issues it reflects. While the evidence against Luigi Mangione grows stronger, the broader questions about society's role in such tragedies remain. What other revelations might this investigation uncover as it progresses? We will continue to keep you updated on this case as it unfolds. Don't forget to subscribe to Crime Shade for the latest developments and in-depth coverage of true crime stories. Your support allows us to bring you the most compelling stories and will ensure you're the first to know about new updates. Stay tuned.